Good morning. Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Atlanta and our live stream service. It is one of my very favorite services of the year. It is Youth Sunday, a service conceived of and put on by our amazing youth here at UUCA. As always, we want you to take part fully from home, so sing along with the hymns, light your chalice along with us, read along with the readings, and really be present in this moment. Our first song that we're going to sing together is Here Comes the Sun.
Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, I say, it's alright. Little darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Little darling, it feels like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I say, it's alright. Little darling, the smiles returning to the faces. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun, and I say, it's alright. Sun, 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 here it comes. 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 Little darling, I feel that ice is slowly melting. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been clear. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I say, it's alright. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun. It's alright. It's alright.
Good morning. Welcome to Youth Sunday with the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Atlanta. We are working to build a beloved community that changes lives. Wherever you're from, whomever you love, whatever your path, and who you are welcome here. I am Ayana Kafi Stringer, your Youth Ministries Coordinator. Today's service is a special one, and being that it's Youth Sunday, it's one of my favorite services of the year. Please note that some parts of the service will be live, and some parts will be recorded. Today is our congregational meeting. Please register now if you haven't at uuca.org/annual meeting. Then, after today's service, grab a quick bite before joining us on Zoom. We need 116 voting members to form a quorum. Are you new to UUCA and have an inquiring mind about what it takes to become a member? Well, as the name implies, our Inquirers class is for you. Join Reverend Rhett Bard at 7:30 p.m. tonight for the membership information class. The link to sign up is going into the chat now. Join us this Tuesday in Adult Religious Education at 7:30 p.m. as Dr. Chris Martin interviews fellow congregant Kim Green about her new novel, Vicissitudes, and how it addresses today's unprecedented social, gender, and political revolution. The link to register for all ARE classes is going into the chat now. Picture this: a night of live performances and fellowship. From spoken word artists to guest musicians, that's classified, featuring Cleveland P. Jones. We'll celebrate a beautiful sunset on the lawn of our new campus. Of course, no Soulful Sundown would be complete without performances by our very own Love Supremes. We'll look forward to welcoming all your beautiful masked faces. So join us this Saturday, May 22nd, from 7 to 8:30 p.m. RSVPs are required to ensure social distancing and safe practices for all. Go to uuca.org/register. Through the live chat, we can express love and care for each other. Please take a moment to say hello to each other and anyone who may be visiting in this morning's worship. Once again, we're glad that you've chosen to worship with us this morning.
Alice by Shel Silverstein. She drank from a bottle called Drink Me, and up she grew so tall. She ate from a plate called Taste Me, and down she shrank so small. And so she changed, while other folks never tried nothing at all.
I've been collecting dandelions that I find in the sidewalk's cracks. Once I've moved on, those pretty weeds grow tall, made stronger in my tracks. I've changed as I have walked along, and now the grown-ups don't know me. I wish they'd see me as I am, but they're looking for who I used to be. Think outside of the box, they say, while confining me to this square. Yes, the road is wider by far, but my dear, you shouldn't draw there. And so the contradictions go, big smile, but not that wide. Sometimes once I've told the truth, they say I should have lied. Waiting for an epiphany to swoop in low and take me far. But until then, I'm just a kid, watching the cracks where the dandelions are. Let us now say the chalice lighting words together. May the light of this flame illuminate our tradition of seeking, invite all who yearn for acceptance, and ignite our passion for justice and peace.
Well, we know where we're going, but we don't know where we've been. And we know what we're knowing, but we can't say what we've seen. And we're not little children, and we know what we want, and the future is certain. Give us time to work it out. We're on the road to nowhere. Come on inside. Taking that ride to nowhere. We'll take that ride. Feeling okay this morning, and you know we're on a road to paradise. Here we go, here we go. We're on a ride to nowhere. Come on inside. Taking that ride to nowhere. We'll take that ride. Maybe you wonder where you are. I don't care. Ah, yes, but time is on our side. Take you there, take you there. We're on a road to nowhere. We're on a road to nowhere. We're on a road to nowhere. There's a city in my mind. Come along and take that ride, and it's alright. Baby, it's alright. And it's very far away, but it's growing day by day, and it's alright. Baby, it's alright. Would you like to come along? You can help me sing the song, and it's alright. Baby, it's alright. They can tell you what to do, but they'll make a fool of you, and it's alright. Baby, it's alright. Would you city in my mind? Come along and take that ride, and it's alright. Baby, it's alright. And it's very far away, but it's growing day by day, and it's alright. Baby, it's alright. Would you like to come along? You can help me sing the song, and it's alright. Baby, it's alright. They can tell you what to do, but they'll make a fool of you, and it's alright. Baby, it's alright. We're on a road to nowhere. We're on a road to nowhere. We're on a road to nowhere. We're on a road to nowhere.
Let us put hands on hearts, feel the warm connection. Let love in this moment flow. Say to yourself silently, I will love myself. I will love others. And that love will heal the world. You are invited to say names of people you're holding in your heart this morning. Speak their names into this holy space now. As humans, we have gathered for millennia. So we gather today to gently surrender to something beyond ourselves, to humbly acknowledge our mistakes, to ask for forgiveness, to seek hope and renewal, to honor the earth that supports and sustains life, to remember that all beings are inextricably and mysteriously connected. Now we surrender our bodies and we still our minds. We take a big breath and we exhale. We relax into this space that our intentions make sacred. We enter into the wise silence. Please join the YRUU teachers for the movement prayer.
First, we bow to honor the spirit of life. We lift our arms and embrace the gifts of spirit. We bring these gifts unto ourselves and breathe and smile. We share these gifts with the world. We remember to be present. Honor, embrace, gratitude, share, be present.
Sandra's seen a leprechaun. Eddie touched a troll. Lori danced with witches once, and Charlie found some goblin's gold. Donald heard a mermaid sing, and Susie spied an elf. But all the magic that I have known, I've had to make myself.
Make my way through the motions. I tried to ignore it. Home's looking farther the closer I get. Don't know why I can't see the end. Is it over yet? A short leash and a short fuse don't match. They tell me it ain't that bad. Now don't you overreact. So I just hold my breath. Don't know why I can't see the sun when young should be fun. And I guess the bad can get better. Gotta be wrong before it's right. Every happy phrase engraved in my mind. I've always been a go-getter. There's truth in every word I write. But still the growing pains are keeping me up at night. Hey, 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 and I can't hide. 'Cause growing pains are keeping me up at night. Hey, 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 and I can't hide. 'Cause growing pains are keeping me up at night. Try to mend what's left of my content and comprehension as I take on the stress of the mess that I've made. Don't know if I even care for grown, if it's just alone. Yeah. And I guess the bad can get better. Gotta be wrong before it's right. Every happy phrase engraved in my mind. I've always been a go-getter. There's truth in every word I write. But still the growing pains are keeping me up at night. Hey, 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 and I can't hide. 'Cause growing pains are keeping me up at night. Hey, 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 and I can't hide. 'Cause growing pains are keeping me up at night. Starting to look like Miss Know-It-All. Can't take her own advice. Can't find pieces of my peace of mind. I cry more than I want to admit, but I can't lie to myself, to anyone. 'Cause phoning it in isn't any fun. Can't run back to my youth the way I want to. The days my brother was quicker to fool. AM radio, not much to do. Use monsters as an excuse to lie awake. Now the monsters are the ones that I have to face. No band-aids for the growing pains. Hey, 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 and I can't hide. 'Cause growing pains are keeping me up at night. Hey, 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 and I can't hide. 'Cause growing pains are keeping me up at night.
I first went down to the courthouse to get my name changed in the early summer of 2019. It was a messy process, by complete coincidence of my case getting assigned to the new judge in the building, but eventually it got done. About a year later, I sent off my passport to get my gender marker changed. And that, ladies, gentlemen, both and neither, was my ticket for quite a few things. First of all, I had a government-issued ID, which was completely correct, which is a big step and could get me a lot of places. Fun places, like, you know, the bank and the DMV. Which, like, I joke about that, but with a bank account and a driver's license, you can do a lot more than you did before. 2 years ago, at around the same time of year, I think a bit later, I started on testosterone. It was the happiest summer of my life, pretty much. In November of that year, Much to the distress of my choral director, I dropped from a tenor 1 range to a solid baritone. I got the dreaded teenage rat stash and started shaving quite soon after that. Testosterone is not a miracle cure, but it helps a lot. Like, if you have severe anxiety and start having a panic attack because your house is on fire, putting out the fire won't treat your anxiety, but you can't really say it wouldn't help your mental health. What a funny time to be 18 and transgender. Not funny as in humorous, so much as just really weird. A few months before quarantine began, I heard about a bill that had been proposed into the Georgia state legislature, and what it would seek to do is not only to ban trans kids under 18 from getting the life-saving medical care we need, but it would also make it a felony for our parents and doctors to get us that life-saving medical care. An entire felony. Now, as absurd a prospect as that is, and as much as it fills me with unbridled rage, I just sort of dismissed it as something that was too stupid to happen. I wrote a few strongly worded letters, which of course nothing came of that. And then that thing in Alabama happened, where a bill proposed by some nutjob who freely admitted he'd never met a trans person passed and single-handedly put Alabama on the road to the nation's single highest teenage suicide rate. Now I'm in the clear, if only technically. My passage to a new life where no one knows my dead name is booked and paid for, so to speak. When I go to college, which will be this fall, I'll pretty much be living the dream. I'm not cagey about being trans. Obviously, I'm talking about it here. But I want it to be a choice that I make, not something people learn when I take out my driver's license or talk about my family or even open my mouth to talk at all. And it is. It is that choice. I am aware of exactly how lucky I am to have that. I'm at the intersection of the right place, the right time, and the right amount of privilege, which is especially handy considering I'm going to college in rural South Georgia. I have the ticket to move on with my life now, but I can remember the feeling of having to stand by when people my age were doing things like dating, learning to drive, going to the pool in the summer. But I will be damned before I leave anybody behind. What I went through was just peanuts compared to what other people have, and I would wish it on absolutely no one. When you find your body, at best, a struggle to live in, and no hope for miles around, whatever happens is just plain not good. I had to wait about 1.5 years, and that was too much. I'm sending out requests to meet with members of the Georgia General Assembly. Just a few at first, but eventually whoever is willing to talk to me. I'm not doing this alone. At least, I sure hope I'm not. You know, I've got classes to go to, and moreover, a life I'm looking forward to living. But if I have to try, then I will. One day I'll leave Decatur, and eventually Georgia altogether, but I'm not running away.
On Sunday, May 16th, 2004, I turned 19. I skipped my high school graduation, and I spoke in the UUCA pulpit for the very first time. My senior year of high school was isolating. My school friends had graduated, switched schools, or were having wild and amazing adventures across the country. I was presented with the choice of going through the year lonely or finding my place in a new friend group. I chose the unspoken option C. I took after-school jobs as well as an internship. I obsessively attended UU, Mountain Cons, and Mid-South District Cons. While serving as a UU youth leader, I knew my place. Here, I could excel. So exactly 17 years ago, I chose the unspoken option. I left my powdery pink cap and gown hanging in the closet of my powdery pink bedroom, and instead, I threw on some jeans and some pink Converses and came to church. I received the Ryman Scholarship that day. This award and cash scholarship is given with no strings attached to a bridging youth who is constantly active in the youth group as well as embodies the spirit of UUism. In my 3 years serving as your youth ministries coordinator, I have possessively guarded this privilege of awarding the scholarship to a bridging youth simply because I know what's at stake. This is not an insignificant gift. This gift fed me for a year, from dollar slices of pizza to dollar sushi night to learning to roast chicken alone in the tiny kitchen of my first apartment. This gift allowed me to learn my independence as well as the depth of my own generosity. The Ryman Scholarship is an opportunity to share our abundance with a bridging youth that has chosen to share their time, talents, heart, and journey with us. It is my privilege to announce the recipient of the 2021 Ryman Scholarship, Adam Snedden. Adam, your journey has already been so long. It's been a true delight to watch your growth, your self-discovery, and your self-proclamation. No matter where your path takes you, the love of this church community will be with you. Please accept this gift as a token of our appreciation for all the versions of yourself that you've chosen to share with us, and all of the versions of yourself that you will find in the world outside of our walls. I'm so excited for your future. Congregation, community, our tradition of giving is built into our foundations. To do your part in sustaining us all, go to uuca.org/give. Offerings will be given and gratefully received.
Let's go in the garden. You'll find something waiting right there where you left it, lying upside down. When you finally find it, you'll see how it's faded. The underside is lighter when you turn it around. Everything stays right where you left it. Everything stays, but it still changes ever so slightly, daily and nightly, in little ways, and everything stays. Go down to the ocean, the crystal tide is raising, water's getting higher as the storm washes out. Keep your eyes wide open, even when the sun is blazing. The moon controls the tides, it could cause you to drown. Everything stays right where you left it. Everything stays, but it still changes ever so slightly.
And now, please join me in the dedication of the offering. To the work of this congregation, which is weaving a tapestry of love and action we call community, we dedicate our lives, and these are offerings.
The Search by Shel Silverstein. I went to find the pot of gold that's waiting where the rainbow ends. I searched and searched and searched and searched and searched and searched, and then there it was, deep in the grass, under an old and twisty bough. It's mine, it's mine, it's mine at last. What do I search for now?
When I was 5 years old, I played my first season of Little League Baseball. And while my main memories of this time admittedly center around redeeming the free concession stand vouchers that teams were given after games, I can tell you with certainty that this was a major development in my life. See, I had already been watching my older brother play baseball for 3 years, and I wanted nothing more than to join the big kids out on that field. My parents had signed me up for soccer the years prior, which had leagues for 3- and 4-year-olds, unlike baseball. But come on, the facts were clear as day. Soccer was for babies. T-ball was for big boys. So it was a big deal when I put on my Little League uniform for the first time and started dribbling baseballs off the tee like the new age Babe Ruth I knew I was. But wait, what's this? A new startling development revealed itself. The big kids had also gotten older. And while I stood where the big kids once had, I still didn't feel like one. I was 5, but now my brother and the rest of the big kids were 8. Didn't even stop there, though. Playing at that very same Little League were 12-year-olds. Surely, even my brother couldn't comprehend the unattainable age of these giants. Then the years passed, and the giants slowly began to shrink. Maybe it was something in the water, until one day I got off the school bus, home from middle school, and I saw Little Leaguers getting out of their cars. It hadn't even been 2 years since I was among them, but they already looked tiny. That's not to say I was a big kid yet, though. It had been a simple mistake for elementary school me to assume that being a teenager meant being a big kid. And while I had been surprised that I didn't feel myself turn into a big kid the moment I blew out that 13th candle, it wasn't the most shocking. This had happened before. I was used to waiting. Besides, there was only one more step to climb before I would finally become a big kid, and it would all be worth it. That same spring, I remember watching UUCA's high school age youth put on this annual service. I remember my 8th grade coming of age class being asked to usher during the service and being ecstatic. As I sat in my aisle seat, my mind was less focused on the words and music in front of me and more waiting in anticipation of the offering, when I would take on the immense responsibility of passing a basket up and down some aisles, therefore joining in the production of the service and feeling like one of the true big kids. When the service finally reached the offering, I did my duty to the best of my ability. And I'm sure it felt good, but the feeling was only temporary. After the service, I went back to being a middle schooler. But that was okay. It would only be a couple more years. But now here I am, and the finish line has moved back yet again. When will there stop being bigger kids? By all logic, I should feel like a big kid right now. This year, I'll enter my senior year of high school. I've already had to begin the early stages of college applications. This time next year, I'll be a legal adult. By all accounts, I am the biggest kid I can be. But yet, I don't feel like it. And the confounding thing is, there's no conclusion in sight. In a few years, when I'm working towards a degree, the big kids will most likely be the college graduates entering the workforce. So what will bring this cycle to an end? That's not a rhetorical question. I really don't know. Maybe you just have to be an adult, have your life together. But what does that even mean? A steady income, a 9-to-5 job? It's certainly depressing to think that that could be the conclusion to this journey. No, I think it's correlated, but it's not the answer. Maybe you stop following the big kids when you have kids of your own. But even then, there will always be someone more experienced. And a lot of people never choose to have kids anyways. But maybe it is all about experience. One day, when I'm old and wise, maybe I'll look back at my life with a new perspective and think to myself, I'm a big kid now. To be honest, I don't necessarily think it's any one of these things, but they're all related. The comfort and stability that comes from a steady income, the realization of selflessness that comes from caring for a child, the enlightenment that years of experience brings, they're all destinations, things we strive for. And I think that brings me closest to an answer. There will always be someone else who has gone where I haven't. By the time I reach a summit, I will always be able to look out on the world and see someone else at the peak of the next one. It's only natural. I might never feel like a big kid, so I think the best thing I can do is to stop thinking so much about the destination and start enjoying the journey.
Good morning. I'm Laura Beth Brown, the Director of Lifespan Religious Education, and this is the time when I wish we were all together so that we could all show our appreciation for the talent and time and the wisdom that our youth have shared with us. So I just want to say thank you. Thank you, senior youth, for offering your words to us for inspiration and to think about where the pathway leads. And I also want to give a special thanks to Chelsea Green, who helped with our virtual choirs, putting together our virtual choirs this morning. And then finally, our own youth ministries coordinator, Ayana Coffee Stringer. And it is Ayana's birthday today. Woo! So please wish her happy birthday in the chat. And so join us in our final hymn, Wo Ya Ya.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
We are going, heaven knows where we are going, but we know within, and we will get there. Heaven knows how we will get there, but we know we will. It will be hard, we know, and the road will be muddy and rough, but we'll get there. Heaven knows how we will get there, but we know we will. Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah. We are going, heaven knows where we are going, but we know within, and we will get there. Heaven knows how we will get there, but we know we will. Oh yeah, yeah, 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 oh yeah, yeah.
Just great. Videos were fantastic. Wait a minute.
We are building a new way. We are building a Peace and freedom is our cry. Peace and freedom is our cry. Without these, the world would die. Peace and freedom is our cry. We are building a new way. We are building a new way. We are building a new way, getting stronger every day. We are building a new way. We are building a new way, getting stronger every day. We are building a new way. We are building a new way. I can change the world with my own two hands, make it a better place. With my own two hands, make it a kinder place. With my own two hands, with my own two hands.
I can make peace on earth with my own two hands. I can clean up the earth with my own two hands. I can reach out to you with my own two hands. With my own two hands. With my own two hands. Gonna make it a brighter place with my own two hands. Gonna make it a safer place with my own two hands. Gonna help the human race with my own two hands. With my own two hands. With my own two hands.
I can hold you with my own two hands.
I can comfort you with my own two hands. But you got to use your own two hands. Use your own two hands. Use your own two hands. With our own two hands. With our own two hands. With our own two hands. Have you ever seen the sky so beautiful, colorful, wide and wonderful? Have you ever felt the sunshine so brilliantly raining down over you and me? Have you ever wanted more? Wanted more?
you've wasted, worrying, wondering, hopelessly hoping. Think of all the time ahead. Don't hesitate, contemplate. No, it's not too late. Have you ever wanted more? Don't you know there's so much more? You've got to keep your mind wide open. All the possibilities. You've got to live with your eyes open. Believe in what you see. Tomorrow's horizons full of surprises. Don't let them take your dreams away. You've got to keep your mind wide open. All the possibilities. You've got to live with your eyes open. Believe in what you see. You've got to keep your mind wide open. All the possibilities. You've got to live with your eyes open. Believe in what you see. You've got to keep your mind wide open. Believe in what you see. Your eyes open. Believe in what you see. We are building a new way. We are building a new way. We are building a new way, getting stronger every day. We are building a new way. We are working to be free.